Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to another math class with me, Miss Taylor. Today, we are going to be looking at page 13 in our fact practice packet. So, if you do not have your fact practice packet, go and get it. Ooh, in fact, Miss Taylor forgot, we should make sure we are ready. Do we have our fact practice packet? Yes. Textbook, workbook, paper, or whiteboard, pencil. You might also need your place value chart. I don't think we're going to use that today, but always a good idea to have that handy. Alrighty, so we're going to do our fact practice packet for today. We're looking at page 13. Right there is page 13. And I have been writing the date on mine just to help me keep track of it. Today we are adding with 7. And remember, the goal is to finish this in 1 or 2 minutes, or perhaps 30 seconds. And I see a good fact that would be kind of one to start with when we have our doubles facts. Those are ones that we should definitely already have memorized like that. If you don't have your doubles facts memorized, I would recommend that you take some time, maybe make some little flashcards of 7 plus 7, 6 plus 6, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 8, 9 plus 9. Those facts should be really memorized in your brain because you can use them to help you with the other facts. So for example, if you know right away, oh, I know 7 plus 7 is 14, then you're going to be able to do 8 plus 7. It's just going to be 1 more than that. And in fact, for some reason, this 8 plus 7 or 7 plus 8 is always one of those tricky ones for students. So really make sure you're memorizing your doubles facts because then you can use those easier facts to help you with the harder ones. All right. So I'm going to let you work on this. Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to do it now, or you could always do it after or before you even start the video. Maybe you already did it. And again, your goal is to do it in 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes. All right. So today we are going to think a little bit more about the relationship between the whole of something and 2 of the parts. And we're also going to think a little bit about difference today. So I have some little yellow pieces here. Let's see. And scoot those up a little bit for us. I have some yellow pieces and I have some orange little pieces here. All right, so if you look at these orange pieces and these yellow pieces, and you can see which one do I have more of. Yeah, I have more yellow. So how did you know? You might be thinking, well, Miss Taylor, I can see there's more yellow. Or you might have been thinking about, well, I counted up the number of yellows and I counted up the number of orange and I could see there's more yellows. Another thing you can do up if you had these right in front of you is you could think about, well, I'm going to kind of match them up with like 1 with 1. And then I can kind of see right away which one is more and which one is less. Okay, so we could do it this way. We could kind of line them up. And then if we line them up this way, oh, it's quite clear to see that there's more yellow. All right, now, if we know there's more yellow, we can think about, well, how many more yellow do we have? How many more little yellow circles? So again, there's a few different ways we could do this. Well, we could think about, well, I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 yellow ones. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 orange ones. So let's see, I could subtract 8 minus 5. And I know 8 minus 5 is 3. So we could say there's 3 more yellow circles than there are orange ones. Or we could just do kind of like how we've lined it up here. We could say, well, this is the same. There's 1, and then they each have 2, and then they each have 3, and then they each have 4, they each have 5, and then now we're missing the orange ones on the bottom, so there are 3 more yellow ones. Now we could say there are 3 more yellow than orange. We could say there are 3 fewer orange than yellow. So there's a few different ways we could look at this and think about it. And we could also write a little equation to help us. we could write, I could scoot these up a little bit. Scoot, scoot. So we could write our equation here, which is, we had 8, there's 8 yellow minus 5 orange equals 3. So we can think about this 3 as kind of the difference of these two. So a few ways that we can think about this, I'm going to scoot it up here. So 8 minus 5 is 3. We can say that 8 is 3 more than 5. So one way to think about it is that 8, there's my 8 circles, that 8 is 3 more than 5. Another way we can think about it is 5 is 3 less than 8. Oh, you can't see that. I'm going to zoom out. But here we go. So we can also think about it as 5 is 3 less than 8. So 5 is 3 less. In other words, if I had 3 here, it's 3 less than this number. Okay. And we can think of 3 less than 8. What would 3 less than 8 be? And what about 3 more than 5? Let me split these up. So you might be thinking, oh, well, this is 8 minus 5 is 3. Yeah, I know 8 minus 5 is 3, Miss Taylor. Well, this is kind of thinking about how else can we think about this equation. So we can think of it as 8 minus 5 is 3. We can think that 8, this top number, the yellow, 8 is 3 more than 5. So it's like 5 and then 3 more. We can think 5 is 3 less than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 3 less than 8. There's 8 yellow ones. We can think about 3 less than 8 is what? 3 less than 8 is 5, right? So we have 5 there. And 3 more than 5, there's 5, and 3 more is 8. Okay, so kind of thinking about our whole, if we think about 8 as our whole number and 5 is one of our parts, and then kind of the missing part would be that 3. So we can kind of scoot that over. So some different ways of thinking about more than and less than. Let's take a look in our textbook. We'll do a couple little examples in our textbook while thinking about the difference and more than and less than. All right. So here we have some bananas, and it says how many more bananas are there in set B than in set A. So set B, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9. And in set A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can think about this as sort of our whole number. There's 9 here, minus 5, minus one of the parts. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay. Let's see. Now this one, a little bit different example, 14 minus 8. Ooh, and we know 14 minus 8, we did a number bond the other day with that, would be 6. So 8 less than 14 is 6, right? All right, nice job. I would like us to take a look at our homework for today. And our homework is pages 32 and 33. So again, kind of thinking about the difference and how these can be two of the parts, or when we're subtracting, actually the bigger one we're going to think of as the whole number when we're sort of subtracting like that. So here it says compare the two sets. So thinking about which one is more, which one is less, how many less does this one have, how many more does this one have. So again, just kind of thinking some more about adding and subtracting, and especially today thinking about subtracting. So here we have 11 minus 6. Because there are 11 in set A and 6 in set B. So if you wanted to think about it as a number bond, which you definitely could, that would be a prudent way to think about it. And you could even draw your number bond to help. So it's sort of like if we're thinking about 11 minus 6, then we're trying to find the missing part. So 11 minus 6, well, I can think about, well, let's see, if I have 6 here, how many more do I need to match this whole number? And I know that 6 plus 5 makes 11. So then I know my missing number is 5. So 11 minus 6 equals 5. Set A has 5 flowers more than set B. Is that true? Let's see, 11 minus 6 is 5. Set A has 5 flowers more than set B. Well, let's see, set B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if set A has 5 more, 6 plus 5 gets me up to 11. So yes, that would be true. All right, let's try another. This one for part B, we have some bunnies here. And it looks like we have more bunnies in set A than in set B. So in set A, we have, I think I see a group of 5 here. 5 plus 5 plus 5. So here we have 15 in set A. And then in set B, we have, let's see, that looks like 5, 6, 7, 8. It's supposed to be an 8. And then we're trying to find out that missing part. And to find the missing part, we're going to subtract. So to kind of find the difference or the missing part, we can subtract. And we know, well, we know 7 plus 7 is 14, so 7 plus 8 is 15. So I know that's my missing part. So 15 minus 8 is 7. And set B has 7 fewer rabbits than set A. Let's see, is that true? Set B has 7 fewer rabbits than set A. So 7 fewer, in other words, 7 less than set A. Well, let's see, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we had 7 more, it would be able to match that. All right, so that would be true. On the next page, it's kind of the same thing, just a little bit more practice. 12 minus 4, and again, I often encourage students to use this extra space here to draw a number bond for each one. That would really help your thinking. So I'm just going to take my pencil here. I'm going to make a 12, because anytime we subtract, we start with the whole number. So 12 minus 4 equals what? So that's our missing part. So again, when we subtract, we start with the whole number. Whoops, my lights went out. And one of the parts is here, and then we try to find the missing part. And I like to use addition to help me, so I know that 8 plus 4 gets me up to 12. So I actually know that missing part is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12, so 12 minus 4 is 8. So 12 minus 4 is 8. And then 4 less than 12 is 8. Let's see, is that true? 4 less than 12. So in other words, 12 minus 4 is 8. 4 less than 12 is 8. Just kind of another way of saying it. Let's try one more together. This one, I'm going to make my number bond sideways now. Remember, it doesn't matter which direction your number bond is as long as the whole number has the 2 parts coming out of it. So we're subtracting. I'm going to start with the whole number. 16 minus 9 equals what? So we're trying to find that missing number. So let's see. I know that 9 plus 1 gets me up to 10, and then 6 more. So my missing part is going to be 7. 9 plus 7 makes 16. So then I know 16 minus 9 is 7. I also know 16 minus 7 is 9. All of those work together as a fact family. So I'm going to write my answer there. 16 minus 9 equals 7. 9 less than 16 is 7. See, is that true? 9 less than 16. So 16 minus 9, 7. Yep, that's true. All right, so we've done a few examples together. I'm going to let you keep going. And again, I would encourage you to use this extra space to draw your number bonds. Thinking about when we subtract, we start with the whole number, and then we're subtracting one part, and our answer is that missing part. All right, and then the next underneath the little blanks here, we're just trying to figure out another way to think about that number. So have fun, do your best, and I will see you again soon. Bye, mathematicians.